MJF is still unreachable after that explosive AEW Dynamite walkout. Plus, a SummerSlam return was last minute. And we have an update on Becky Lynch following her SummerSlam injury. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Pinch of salt on this one, right? MJF still unreachable according to friends and peers and sources within the industry, right? Yep. So we know that MJF was away after that incredible promo on Dynamite.
Yes.
Fire me, you flipping Matthew, or whatever it was. Fightful Select say, we've not heard from a single AEW talent or staffer that has admitted to hearing from him since then. And even plenty of people who have worked with him or are close to him have said that he has not communicated with them whatsoever. We did confirm that after the promo on June the 1st, he remained in LA for several days, conducting on-screen, non-wrestling related meetings. There was word last week that he was in New Jersey, where he was filming with cast members of Impractical Jokers, which is on True TV, which is a Warner Brothers Discovery station. We've not confirmed if it's for that show or just something he did with the cast members. Everyone that we've spoken to says they've not overheard Tony Khan speak about MJF whatsoever since that June 1st promo. So far, we haven't heard of anyone in wrestling that has said they've even spoken to MJF since he left either. There are still some within the company that are of the belief that MJF is on his way out of the company and wants to go to WWE. However, that isn't based on any information gained since the actual promo. MJF has not been on any AEW events whatsoever since. For those asking, I have never heard of someone going this unreachable in regards to wrestling for this period of time. Right. Genuinely, metaphor aside, we should take this with a pinch of salt.
I think it's a clever idea, perhaps, to keep everything hush hush about MJF, especially with Tony Khan not saying anything. So when he finally does come back, it's going to be a huge surprise and make a huge statement as well too. I can see him perhaps maybe at All Out. You know, if CM Punk comes back just to show his face in Chicago, because we know All Out's being taking place in Chicago. If he comes out and does something to CM Punk and his home turf, like that would make a huge statement and a huge impact, and like it would be a really big way for him to come back after not hearing of anything about him for a number of months at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the exciting part of it, is that, you know, as long as everything, if this is a prolonged, exciting return, then it's going to be wonderfully done. As long as idiot marks like us don't report about the fact that no one's reporting about him. Oh, whoops! Oh dear, never mind. We did get a tweet, a DM actually, of somebody who was at the airport.
Yeah, I remember.
And there's a photo behind us of, we think, MJF on his Ollibobs.
He's just sat down.
Santorini, I do believe.
I think it could be. Yeah.
Santorini. As you can't tell, it's just an airport. I believe that the message that was sent said he's there in Santorini. So lucky, what a lovely guy, what a lucky guy on a lovely holiday. If that is, you know, this is the message that we got of someone going, he's just on holiday and he's just having a lovely time. He's having a lovely time. I mean, Ross and Jack did a video where they looked at sort of crazy ideas that could happen in wrestling in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
It's what's available on our channel right now. One of those involved MJF just making bank in WWE.
Yeah, like I think me and Adam spoke about it, and obviously it's, you know, very much... it's all speculatory right now, and I think it's because the air is so palpable within wrestling as a whole. Now that Triple H is taking creative control, I'd love to see something like MJF rocks up on WWE for like a few weeks or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then maybe we could then build to like a WWE AEW show down the line. It's wishful thinking, Tom. It's wishful thinking. But having something like that would very much blur the lines, I think, between what is actually going on. I think that would be a very exciting thing to do.
Wishful thinking.
But it is wishful thinking. Let me put that out. It is wishful thinking. I would just personally like to see something like that. But there we go.
Very wishful thinking. Now, AEW have been making some changes behind the scenes to their talent relations department as of late. Madison Rayne confirmed as the new women's division coach. So this is a role that she started last night when Dynamite emanated from Ohio. Tony Khan really excited about this, saying she's going to be great for the team. Everyone is excited to have Madison Rayne as part of AEW. In terms of whether she'll wrestle again, Tony Khan's open to the idea. Yeah. I believe there is something in the works with her to do a match.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Well, I don't say too much more without doing any more spoilers and stuff, but there is something that you may see sort of come to fruition. Now, this hiring comes at the same time as AEW have announced the expansion of their talent relations team. This includes Sanjay Dutt, now getting the role of VP of Production and Creative Coordination, QT Marshall becoming the VP of Show and Creative Coordination, Pat Buck becoming the VP of Talent Development, and Tony Schiavone getting a promotion to Senior Producer and Special Advisor to Talent.
That makes me happy.
That is nice, isn't it?
That is really
like that there. All of this comes as well as Christopher Daniels continuing to serve as manager for talent relations. I think in this particular week, with Triple H very much setting out his stall for what he wants creatively, and it makes sense for Tony to go, I think this has been overdue for a while for Tony Khan actually going, I need to have more people around me doing stuff. I can't do everything.
No, and it's better as well, I think, to have people that have been through the business itself, whether, as a wrestler as well as knowing what goes on backstage. I think that really lends itself well to having a nice, healthy backstage sort of morale for everybody involved, because you'll have talent that go up to people being like, how do I get through this? And then you've got veterans here that have probably been through a similar thing to what they might have been through to help them through that period as well. So I think this is nothing but a good thing for AEW. And obviously, as you said, with the landscape changing now, I think it's very clever of Tony to sort of see that and go, okay, well, maybe I actually need to up certain things now.
Let's take a look at Terra Rising's Terraforming Horizon in WWE now. We saw the return of Dakota Kai at SummerSlam. She was on the bump talking about it, wasn't she, Andrew?
She was. She said, honestly, it still feels like a whirlwind to me, and everything that happened, it all happened so last minute too. So to be talking with you guys about it right now, it's insane to me. I had a very short window where I knew this was actually going to be a thing that would happen. So I think I was still trying to accept that reality when I was walking down the ramp. And this storyline obviously is something that Kai and Bayley have wanted to do for a long time as well, with Kai saying, Bayley and I, we've kind of been talking about something like this for a long time. It hasn't been something that was just spurred overnight. This has been something we've wanted for like years at this point. So the fact that it's actually happened and to be under her guidance is insane. Io and I, we've known each other a long time since I first went to Japan. She is literally one of the best in the world. So to be alongside these two women is just a dream. And I think it's a dream for us all when we all saw them rock out at SummerSlam. It was huge enough, it just being Bayley coming down to coming down the ramp, but then to have Dakota and Io Sky as well, just mind blowing.
And all very last minute. I kind of feel like Triple H getting in charge. Almost picking up the phone and look, I know it's a bit short notice, but what are you doing, Saturday? Get yourself over here.
I love this so much as well, because it's like, the old guard of NXT sort of helping the younger people in NXT as well. And I think obviously Bayley, if Sasha and Naomi come back as well, I think they've got a lot to give to someone like Bianca Belair, even though Bianca Belair, phenomenal a star as it is already. But how can a little bit more help hurt, And I would love to see just like old guard of NXT, new guard of NXT having a little bit of a thing together. But we're going to see some incredible stuff. And like you said, for it to be last minute, I feel like Triple H obviously knew or heard about the ideas before Vince McMahon maybe scrapped them and was like, that's too good. That's too good of an opportunity not to miss. So absolutely, more like all the power to everybody involved in this.
Becky Lynch was part of that debut angle for this faction at SummerSlam. It came about 25 minutes after she separated her shoulder, it seems. And they still had a great match, did Bianca and Becky, but you could tell there was something slightly off with Becky. So she was taken out of the picture on Monday, wiped out by this new faction, but a comeback won't be too far away, we do believe. She shared this photo online of her back in the gym. Actually, it's Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Wrestling Academy. me.
Yeah, she's there. She's got the weight in her hand. She's obviously got her arm in a sling, like you said, and she's just holding it up. Look, I can barely even hold just my arm up without a weight in there. Never mind having a separated shoulder and holding the weight up. But yeah, I'm glad she's doing well, and I hope recovery goes rather quickly for her too, because I think there's a lot of exciting stuff to be had within the women's roster now. I said it multiple times since SummerSlam. There's just a lot of exciting things to look forward to, I see.
And it becomes more exciting after a full and speedy recovery when the man comes back around. We'll have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Keys!
Whoa, love you, bye.
What did that paper do?
That was good.
Look at that. Plan that.